Hello friends, we have with us Dr. N.R. Bhanumurth. He is the Vice Chancellor of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar School of Economics, University. Sir, how are you feeling to witness the New Normal Education Leadership Summit and Awards in Bengaluru?
Yeah, this is very interesting. I would say it's very timely, where this whole summit is integrating users and producers of education technology, and also some of the best practices have been highlighted throughout the day. And I'm sure the, the title of this summit is New Normal. Is certainly a new normal in education sector. We are talking about education 4.0, where I think the education sector needs to adapt to the emerging challenges, especially coming from the digital innovation, and also at the same time, bridging the gap between the supply and demand of the industry, where the skills and the necessary skills required for the industry or the employability of the students becomes a major factor for going forward. So especially when you want to talk about India becoming one of the developed countries, I think the education sector is going to play a very major role, and in that the summit is certainly a big contributor for making India as one of the place for education sector, not only for Indian students, but at the same time attracting more students from abroad.
Sir, how are you implementing technology in your institution?
Yeah, I think if you look at, I'm from the public sector university, and we do have synergized our own curriculum, where the national education policy suggests that we can have up to 40% digital learning. So we started implementing it a little slowly, and we are trying to implement those whatever the flexibility available in the national education policy, and I think we are one of the early universities to implement those digital education to our students, and also making customized for each student, which is again gives a lot of flexibility because of the technology. So and at the same time we're also seeing students using resources available on digital platforms, and I would say the progress that has been made in Indian education sector has actually led to increasing inclusivity of all the students, but I think it's still a long way, and there are some segments which still excludes students. I think that's where the sector needs to play a major role going forward.
Sir, I am happy and glad to share that ArdorComm Media Group has recently completed 2 years of its existence. So any message or wishes for ArdorComm?
I would say that you are doing a great service to the nation, particularly bringing together users and producers, and I must say that rather my suggestion is that it's very important to equally focus on the public sector. I think that's where you will play a major role, and you will contribute significantly to the nation. You know that India has been at the forefront in bringing digital public infrastructure, not just for our nation but for whole world. So I think the aim of the ArdorComm media should be to see that you will have inclusivity in terms of getting more public institutions, and that's where the game lies, in my view. It is whatever the private sector is a very short term, but I think the long term game lies in public sector.
Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of this event. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.